Can we have a quick introduction about you guys? Just to know each other. Can we start, or shall I name? Vijay?
Hi, Sachin. Hello.
Yeah, Vijay. I am able to hear you.
Hi, Sachin. I'm Vijay. I'm currently working in Deloitte as an analyst.
Hmm. Okay. And are you into SAP, or is it some different area?
It is an SAP.
SAP
It is an
FICU?
SAP. It is a Vim actually, and we are working as an end users, not as a consultant. Like,
Okay, you're working as an end user. Okay. So basically, a reason of asking this gives me an understanding that what is your background, and that helps me in planning these sessions so that we can emphasize on certain topics and areas according to your background, so that it is understood well.
okay,
Okay. So you are an SAP Vim end user since how many years you are working?
since 2 years.
2 years. Okay. Just this basic understanding that what all you would be aware about and know. That helps. Thanks, Vijay. Who goes next?
Hey, hi, Sachin. This is Vikram. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hi, Vikram.
Hi, hi. Hi, Sachin and all. So even I'm one of the colleagues of Vijay here. Even I work for Deloitte. And,
Uh-huh.
yeah, even I'm an end user to SAP Vim here with multiple, we perform multiple UAT testings. So based, so with that experience, even we thought, why can't be the consultants here? Instead
Yeah.
of just the UAT, testing part here. So that is why we
Correct.
thought, let's give it a try and yeah.
Yeah. A very right thought.
Mm.
Okay. And your experiences?
I'm working for Deloitte with since 4 years
4 years.
as an SAP
All
BIM,
four,
yes,
all
end
in SAP
users.
Vim.
Yes, correct.
Thanks, Vikram.
Mhm.
Who goes next? Ramya? Yeah, Arun. Please go ahead. Please go ahead, Arun.
Yes. Uh, Myself, Arun Kumar, and I'm working as an EHSM consultant in Tech Mahindra
Sorry, Arun.
from the past.
You're working for?
Hello, Tech Mahindra,
No, which technology? No, Tech Mahindra. I heard. Which technology you said?
EHSM.
EHSM. Okay.
Yeah. And previously, I was a security and GRC consultant, and after
Uh
that,
huh.
I was a functional consultant. Now I'm looking for this training because of it. Like as of my project need, I need to learn this and I have to deliver the thing. So I have taken it there.
Okay. Understood. And since how long you're working?
From the past 9 years in SAP,
Oh,
and from the past 5 years in SAP HSM.
okay. Great. Good. Good. Good to know that
Yes.
helps in understanding. Thank you, Ramya. Okay, MM end user. Just open text vim. Okay. Ramya seems having some challenges with the mic or sound part of it. She has typed in the chat. Okay, thanks, Ramya. Your SAP end user. Ramya, as an SAP are you more working on to the PO and GR part of it, or are you working on more on the invoicing AP part of it? If you could clarify that one. That's when you're not speaking is fine. If you can clarify, are you more into AP side, the invoicing part of it, or the other part of it in the part? Invoicing. Okay, thanks. And since how long you're working? Okay, 2 years experience. Thanks, Ramya. That helps. Okay, guys. So thanks for your quick introduction. After the quick introduction, let me share my screen. I have a small, I was just very short presentation, which is more related to the Vim. Okay, if you guys feel there are things which are getting repetitive, you can ask me to skip that area. We can skip that part. This is a basic introduction where people like I'll be talking more about what is Vim and what are the advantages of Vim. Since you guys are already into Vim, I think you are already aware about those, but still we'll go through that once. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, Sachin.
Yes.
Okay, so now I am on screen sharing with full screen presentation mode, so I won't be able to see the go to meeting screen. So if you are speaking, I would request you to say your name and then like speak out so that I would understand that who is speaking. And secondly, if you have any questions, queries, please raise it. Okay, then and there, do not hold any questions, queries. Okay, it's better we clarify everything before we proceed further. Is that good? Everyone okay with that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so it's the basic introduction. What is Vim? Vim is a product developed by an organization called as OpenText AG. Vim stands for Vendor Invoice Management. So this is a product which was developed by OpenText as a part where they have found the gaps. Basically, we all know that SAP already has what we can say their own solution as a part of ERP. They have a solution on side and FS side together. We can say it is called as P2P process, procure to payment. And in this procure to payment, uh, there is a part which is called as vendor invoicing, where you post the vendor invoices, which will go further for payment. In the standard flow, standard SAP process flow, with the technology part of it, there were some gaps which the organizations in the market have realized over the period that when they started using SAP system, they found that there are certain gaps and those needs to be bridged out. So OpenText has also acknowledged those gaps, and then they developed a product called as vendor invoice management. So this product is basically a bolt-on product. Okay, when I say bolt-on product, it means that you need a base. And like a simple analogy, like when you have something to be bolt on, you need a base on which you will bolt on something. So SAP becomes the base here, and the Vim solution becomes your bolt-on part of it. Okay. So this product, Vim as a product, will always need SAP to be implemented as a prerequisite. Now, what does Vim offer is there are a lot of processes like from the overall invoice processing part of it. There are a lot of automation checks has been added, workflow has been added for approval and all in all overall to cover the gaps which were available in the standard process. Okay, and along with that, it provides you flexibility for customization. So if your organization has some different requirement or some special requirement, then you can customize it, add some custom code, custom flavor to it. Okay. Very recently, a few years back, OpenText and SAP has partnered together. So because of that, they both of them are having an added advantage. Both OpenText and SAP are doing co-development. So any new solutions which are being developed by SAP are shared with OpenText and vice versa, and then they develop a solution together. So this helps in having a more integrated solution with the SAP system. And since they have partnered together, since they are working since long time together, okay, they have this flexibility where OpenText Vim will support all the SAP versions. So it can be implemented on ECC system, it can be implemented on S4 system. Okay, so S4 version, all those, and vice versa. All the versions of Vim are also supported on SAP system. So obviously now there is some baseline catch here, that there are different versions for ECC versus S4. So S4 versions will work on S4 and ECC versions will work on ECC. Any questions on this? Anyone, any queries? Okay, if there are no queries, we move to the next slide. What the Vim solution offers. So Vim solution offers as an out of the box scenarios. So as soon as you implement Vim, you get a pre-configured system, okay, with rules, roles and actions. So all the things are pre-configured and you can start using the solution out of the box. Okay. It does have a lot of automation. So that means that whenever the details are keyed in into the solution, there are certain checks which are automatically carried out. If there are any checks failing, then what action is needed, who needs to take action, all that part is automated. A task is automatically forwarded to the corresponding team. The access to information. So since we all know that in SAP there is a functionality called as GRC roles, through which we control the authorizations for the users. So on top of the authorizations from GRC roles, there is a functionality called as roles within the Vim as well. This is again further to control the access of the data and the actions of the users based on the roles. So which person is allowed to do what activity can be controlled within the Vim itself. With the latest version, the S4 version of the Vim, there are Fury apps also developed by OpenText to give a unified, what we can say, experience to the end users. So when S4 users are using Fury apps for the all other standard SAP functionality, for Vim also there are Fury apps provided, and those again are controlled by the roles. Okay. Machine learning and AI is the part where OpenText has a component called as what we can say OCR solution. Okay, optical character recognition. It is termed as ICC or BCC or IES. Okay, the latest version is IES, and these versions or this particular solution utilizes machine learning and AI for a better recognition. Okay. With a better recognition, gives a better output. Other product, OpenText as an organization or as a company, has other products, had developed other products as well. The very well-known product from OpenText is the ECM. Okay, OpenText ECM is a very well-known product. There are other products like OpenText archiving solutions, OpenText, as I said, OCR solutions. These are few different solutions from OpenText. So these all solutions can also be very well integrated with Vim. Okay. So this is all will be offered from Vim as a solution. Any questions? Any additions? Any corrections from anyone? Okay. So moving forward, what are the benefits? Why should someone go for Vim? Then Vim helps in accelerate the operations. How does what do we mean by accelerate the operations? Is that on the day-to-day activity of processing vendor invoices is the daily operations, and this product will help in accelerating the overall processing. How does it helps is it has a lot of automation, it has a lot of checks internally built in, workflow built in. So with all those into place, it helps, it increases the throughput or the productivity. Okay, so it boosts the productivity of the team, and then thus it helps in saving the cost as well. Okay, and overall accelerate, promote the compliance and fraud prevalent. As I shared, that we, as a part of the Vim solution, there is a workflow in place and a lot of other checks in place. So with those checks and workflow, it ensures that there is no possibility, or it minimizes the possibility of any kind of fraud into the system. Okay, and with the newer solutions like e-invoicing engagement and integration with e-invoicing and all, it also ensures that your system is compliant with the legal part of whatever is the legal country requirement, those are complied. Okay, with all this, since the solution can be used from out of the box, it gives you a very good what we can say is boost in productivity and hence reducing the cost, and thus the company starts getting an output, or we can say profit, out of the box. Any questions on this? Am I audible to you guys?
Yes, Sachin, you're audible.
Okay. Okay, since I was not getting any response, I thought, I'm not sure if I'm audible or not. One sec. Uh, Okay, so if there are no more questions, we move forward. This is the typical invoice flow, how the invoice is processed. There we receive an invoice, then it goes into data entry part or loading the metadata, which is then validated by someone manually if the data is correctly keyed in from the invoice. Okay, certain checks are carried out, which are all again manual, which goes for approval, which is again manual, and then it is posted into SAP system. This is a generic process flow without any invoice processing solution. And the same process flow remains with Vim. The difference is that all the manual activities are taken care by the solution. So this is how it would happen, that you receive the invoice. If it is a physical invoice, it will be scanned and stored into an archive server for future references and audit requirements. If it is an e-invoice or like digital part of it, then it goes further for capturing the metadata or the data entry part. Now, the data entry part has two options with the users or the organization. They can have manual data entry part, or they can have an automated data entry part using OCR solution, which is an optional part of it. Once the data entry is done, then the validation of the data, all the different business rules and all this is done by the Vim solution automatically. If there are any errors or exceptions during these checks, okay, or validations, there is exception handling, so it will be redirected to automatically to the concerned team or the corresponding team. And if everything is okay, it goes to approval, and after the approval it gets posted into SAP system as an invoice posting. So if we see here, almost everything is getting, or almost all the activities can be automated with the Vim solution. Okay, and that is the reason it will overall boost the productivity. Okay, here itself we can see different solutions of OpenText. On the archive part, it could be OpenText archive server. On the OCR part, it could be OpenText OCR solution, and the rest of is the OpenText Vim solution. Each of these is a different product by OpenText. Each of these would need a separate procurement and what we can say is license for usage from OpenText. OpenText license can be procured directly from the OpenText, or it can be procured via SAP as well. Since they are partner, both possibilities are there. Okay, this is a different way to represent the same flow. It is more into the technical part or Vim process. We can say that when the invoice is received, it could be a physical invoice. If it is a physical invoice, it will be stored into a physical invoice archival, and parallel it will be scanned and sent to digital archival. Okay, if it is an attachment over an email, a PDF copy or a TIF copy or JPG copy, it will be archived into digital server for future reference. Then from this, it can go to OCR and OCR validation, which is your data entry part, if you have opted for it. Okay, if this solution is not implemented, you can directly go and register a document into SAP for data entry part. Now, the other way to receive invoice nowadays is e-invoicing or iDocs, or this is called as a digital format of receiving the invoice. It includes Ariba as well, where you can receive the invoices from Ariba. All this is already into a digital structured format. So this structured format directly comes into SAP, where the data entry part is automatically done by the mapping from the structures. Once your document, the Vim document is ready, available, it will apply the different validations and business rules checks. Okay, these checks would differ based on two different type of invoices. It could be PO based invoices, in which purchase order based invoices, and it could be a FI invoice, or also termed as a non-PO invoice. And then further it utilizes the SAP framework and architecture to have the three-way match, and if everything is matching, approval is done, then it is posted and released for payment. In case of non-PO or FI invoice, once it is approved, it is posted and released for payment. Now, in this overall solution, we can see different sections where it is preparation and scanning. This is available. Archival and OCR is the second part. Third part is the exception handling, where the checks and the validations are carried out. And the last is the posting and the release of invoice. And for all these stages, we have different reportings available. Reports given by OpenText. Any questions, guys, on this so far? Any kind of doubts, please don't hesitate.
It's clear. Sachin, it's clear.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so this basically, I think this gives a basic idea how the overall solution will work and what are we going to work into different aspects of the invoice processing. Okay, this slide gives you a basic idea that how or till what detail and depth we are going to cover. This is a very basic initial topic of archiving, how the archiving is working. Okay, so we'll be going through all different concepts related to archiving and all the different configuration nodes required. Content repository creation, presetting folders, archive link creation, and archive document types linking to the object further to trigger the workflows. These, as I said, like a very high level view, a bird's eye view from till what depth we would go for one of the topic it is listed here. Similarly, we'll be going into the depth for each and every concept throughout the cycle of the Vim implementation. This is what I can say is a mind map view of some concepts. So this is the next type of concept. What we can say is DP document type, which all other concepts are linked to DP document type. What is index item configuration, index header configuration, what is process type, what is document processes, how process type is linked to document type, what is characteristic checks, and how these are all are linked to each other. This is a basic representation so that you understand what kind of different linkages are there, or how the different concepts interact with each other and what impact would have when they change. Okay, that was all for my side to present. If you guys have any questions, queries, do let me know so that we can discuss those, and I would uh, try to answer your queries. Guys, any questions, queries? No questions?
Hi, Sachin.
So what all information? Yes, sorry, Vijay, you can just go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Arun.
So Sachin, what all information will be provided to us? Like, you know, will we be provided with any, the reference sheets and everything after for all the configurations which we have here to refer maybe?
See, basically, if I understand your questions, your question is more about what would be the approach or the way of sessions,
Mm-hmm.
and what would you get after
Mm-hmm.
these sessions. Is my
Correct,
understanding
correct.
correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So this session, the way to conduct the sessions would be live sessions. So we would be connecting uh, on this go-to meetings every day. I'll be sharing my screen and I'll be explaining you the concepts. We'll go through the all the implementation nodes, the SPRO nodes. Each and every node will go through each and every node. I'll explain the concept, and then we'll practically see how to configure those and what all information is to be keyed in those configuration, what is the impact and all that, I'll be explaining you along with the system demo. Okay. Or I would say like along with the system system demo itself. Okay, and you will be also getting access to the test server, the practice server, where you would be able to log in and carry out the same configurations, and you would be able to process more women voices to just practice and check that what is the impact of those configurations and all, to get a thorough understanding of it. Okay, and all these sessions will be recorded, and you will be getting a link for all the video recordings.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, Sachin.
Any more questions? No questions?
So you mean will be also going through the real-time issues here?
So see, basically, I'll be taking you through what I can say, flow, which is required from an implementation point of view. That when you are doing a new, fresh, green implementation for Vim, how, in which sequence you need to go ahead and configure the system. That flow will be following up, and then you can post or create new invoices and practice those, so that test system will be available. Parallelly, if you are working on any of your client system and you're having any challenges, if you're facing some challenges and you're not able to resolve those, we can discuss those. If you have any practical challenges, or what I can say, like some conceptual understanding, then we can discuss those. Okay. Now, what do I mean by that? Maybe I would like to make it more explicit, is that we're not going to discuss all your project related challenges or tickets in these sessions. We will be discussing more on the concepts what are required, and the emphasis is more on making you to understand those concepts, enabling you to understand the concepts, so that you can resolve those challenges. Okay. Having said that, if there are any challenges where you're not able to understand what is the root cause and what could be the possible solution, or if there are multiple solutions, you want to discuss and consult, like what would be the better solution, or which would be a good solution to proceed further, we can surely discuss those kind of challenges.
Okay, sure.
Does that answer your query?
Yes, good.
Thank you. Any more questions? Anyone, Vijay, Ramya, Arun, Vikram, any questions you have, please don't hesitate. See, we are going to connect and discuss all these concepts related to Vim further in detail. So please be open and don't hesitate. We have a lot of concepts to discuss, so you have to speak up and raise your queries and doubts. Okay. So don't hesitate. If you have anything, please raise it. Okay. If there are no more questions or queries, I would like to share a few points related to these sessions. Okay. So we'll be having 1 hour session every day, that is Monday to Friday weekdays. Weekends will be off. Okay. The timings of the sessions would be from 9 to 10 or 9:30 to 10:30, depending on the maximum people suitable to maximum people. Okay. And in these sessions, we'll be discussing all the concepts thoroughly with the practical demo or with the system demo part of it included into it. Okay, and then you will also have the access so you can practice at your own pace. Okay. So request is to everyone to share your suitable timing with Subbu. Okay. So share if 9 to 10 is suitable for you or 9:30 to 10:30 is suitable for you. We are planning to keep this early so that in case if you have to go to office or start your office, you can do it after the session also. Okay. So please share your
Okay.
suitable timings with Subbu so that we can plan and then start the batch as soon as possible.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sure,
Subbu is your
Sachin.
Subbu will be your admin. So you can reach out to Subbu for all the admin related tasks. So like batch timings, uh, the meeting links, meeting recordings, fees, all this is with Subbu. Subbu will handle. I am into the what I can say is the content part of it. So anything related to content, any clarification on the concepts, you can reach out to me. Okay. Is that good for everyone?
Yes, sure.
Thank you. So if there are any, if there are no more questions, then I would request you to please share your suitable batch timings with the with Subbu so that we can start the plan and start the batch. And once the batch is planned, Subbu will get in touch with you to share the details. Okay. So if everyone is good, we'll
Yes.
close this call. Okay to close. Any questions you have, anyone?
Nothing from my side.
Thanks, Vijay. Arun, Ramya, I did not hear anything from you guys. I hope you were, I was audible to you and you were able to go through the content what I shared with you. Okay, guys, then if there's nothing more, we'll close this call and you get in touch with Subbu. Okay. Thank you. Thank you all for your time. Okay. See you soon in this session.
Yeah. Thank you, Sachin.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice day.